right, moving over to the sports book. Do you see Green Bay covering the 7.5 points with the Browns on a short week, Matt?
I don't really think so, but there's also a lot of uncertainty with the Browns. Like, they just had this game only a couple days ago where they were missing half their team basically for COVID protocols. And maybe these guys can correct me here. I don't think it's totally clear who's back for Cleveland. If Cleveland's fully healthy and they get everyone back for this game, I actually think this line is way too high. So it's just kind of worth waiting to see what happens here, who's going to be active for the Browns, if Baker Mayfield's there and he has his whole supporting cast, all the normal guys that he normally has. But if the Browns are fully healthy and the Packers are fully healthy, I think that this line should be less than a touchdown. It's just hard to really say right now because we have so much ambiguity with who's going to be on the field.
Reid, what do we think?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm in the same camp as Matt with the uncertainty on the Cleveland side. But if we take that out and looking at just what Green Bay has done over the year, you would think, yeah, against just essentially a decimated team in Cleveland by COVID and injuries of the sort, you just think that, man, this is a team where Green Bay is absolutely rolling. Coach of the year, probably Matt LaFleur, MVP back-to-back candidate, and Aaron Rodgers going against a Cleveland team. Having said that, I much rather want the Packers in a teaser leg. Get them down to 1.5 because it's at the 7.5 now, or where it lands, just to win. Because we saw last week with Packers that when they get up by a lot, they play that prevent defense and they allow a team like a backup quarterback, in the Ravens to come and essentially almost win that game in the 2-point conversion. This is a different team. This is a different week. Having said that, I don't really trust the Packers at this point to do it. And if they get up by a lot, they're probably just going to run the ball a ton, and Cleveland's going to triple team Devontae Adams. So I'm a little bit worried about covering 7.5.
Jeff, are you worried about covering 7.5?
Yeah, I think things are trending like well enough for Cleveland that I'm actually pretty interested in Cleveland at plus 7.5 here. The Packers, obviously, Marquez Valdes-Scantling now on COVID protocol as well. I don't think that's like a huge concern or anything. And I still think the Packers are the better team here, but I'm expecting a close game. This is pretty much the season for Cleveland. The one thing that has me just a little bit trepidatious is that even the word trepid? I don't know. Is that Myles Garrett is banged up, right? Yep. So if we had like positive news on Myles Garrett before, and I think it's actually almost worth waiting on Garrett before you make a bet here. I would actually be really in on Cleveland at plus 7. I think this is a good team. And I just feel like, they're getting underrated here because of what has been happening through their team. But as we've seen with these COVID things too, like once it goes through the team, it's gone. And then the team kind of gets back to full strength, and it's almost like a buy low opportunity. So I think you're definitely buying low on Cleveland here at plus 7.5. If this got under a touchdown, I probably wouldn't be as interested, but at over 7 points, man, that's a very vital number once we get over 7. I think Cleveland at plus 7.5 is probably going to end up being a bet. You just want to keep an eye on what's going on with Myles Garrett.